We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, we have touched down on the campus of Virginia State University. They say greater happens here, Jay, and we had to see it for our own eyes.
Absolutely. A pleasure to be here in Petersburg, Virginia. Our first time Black College Live coming to a school that's associated with the CIAA. We're going to see what they got. Hey, Tiff, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a Gimme 5 show with Jay Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now. Waiting till they see the strength and hear the win. It's Black College Live. I'ma need 5 on it.
You watching
If they
Black
put
College
overtime
Live.
on it, lights out. You know how I run, this ain't for fun. I been going done, they be still trying to clone it. From FAMU to Grambling, I'm on it. Stand on it, marching 100 how you want it. Before you see me blitz, might see a twist. They think it was a glitch, went from player to an owner. Now I just be doing what I wanna. Big body, I don't even need a sponsor. I be stacking comma at the comma. Kiss a guy with good karma. I get it different, I be working on my off day. Into that paper, I go underlay. I get it different, I be working on my off day. Into that paper, I gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now.
What a scene here on the
Are
campus
they happy
of
that we're
VSU.
here?
Yes.
Are y'all happy that we're here? Okay.
Hey.
I feel you.
I'm happy to be here. Can I get a Hail State?
Hail State!
Hail State! I felt that in my belly.
What is going on down here in Petersburg, Virginia that the rest of the world don't know about?
Something's cooking with the blue and orange. It's something special too, Jay Walker.
If you don't know, you're going to know after the end of this show, right?
Yes.
They're going to make sure they know. I've got a great show coming up.
Indeed, indeed. And welcome into our first edition of Black College Live for the 2023 season. Jay Walker, Tiffany Greene, we're so glad to be here with you. And look, we're going to have many of the things that we're used to having. The HBCU Power Rankings, the Cricket Celebration Bowl HBCU Power Rankings, Jay's Gimme 5. We're going to let you know about the greatness that is happening here at Virginia State University. Plus, we're adding a little something new with the Alumni Spotlight as well.
The Alumni Spotlight. You think I'll make the list or you'll make the list when we go to FAMU or places like that?
Maybe.
Doubt
we can
it.
only
Doubt
hope.
it.
We can only hope.
Only hope.
Illustrious folks have walked through the campus of VSU. So let's jump into our HBCU headlines. And I think one that's grabbing since the start of the season, Florida A&M, the preseason favorite out of the SWAC East, and they're off to a great start, 2-1 record under head coach Willie Simmons.
Yeah, you know, for Florida A&M, they went out there to make up for last year's opening season losses in conference play to Jackson State. They took care of business, and more importantly, they continue to win football games. I've got them ranked as a number 2 team in all of HBCU football right now. It's a long road ahead, but you have to right now say the Rattlers of Florida A&M, one of the hottest teams in all of HBCU football.
They are ready to strike, and strike again. The question is, can they make it all the way to Atlanta? The team that was there last year and stood tall, hoisting the trophy, North Carolina Central, can they repeat as HBCU national champions?
I think the question for North Carolina Central becomes not can they repeat. We know they have the talent to repeat because anytime you've got your quarterback coming back in Davius Richard, who was the Black College Player of the Year last year, probably will be a Black College Player of the Year candidate again this year. They've got the opportunity. You give me a quarterback that's coming back that's already won a championship, I'm going to give you a team that has every chance, every opportunity out there to repeat as HBCU national champions.
And the last headline that really kind of is a head scratcher for me is, who are the Morgan State Bears?
I don't know. You tell me. Morgan State, I mean, that's a team. The Bears are clearly out of hibernation with an opening week upset victory at the University of Richmond. They went on the road. They took on Akron. They should have won that game. They gave it away with a minute left to play. And then they went out there and they played Towson, and they looked like the same old Morgan State. So everybody wants to know, who is this Morgan State team? Are they that good? Are they middle of the pack? Or are they going to be what we're used to saying, same old Morgan State?
The question is, who are the Virginia State Trojans? They are off to a terrific start. They're hosting. Yeah, they're feeling it. They're feeling it. They are hosting Livingstone this weekend. We'll get a chance to talk to head coach Henry Frazier later in the show. I'll tell you who will also be in the stadium. The Woo-Woos, the legendary woo-woos.
Can you woo?
They said anyone can cheer, but can you woo? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more here from Virginia State University. Come back with us.
This is our show. This is the woo-woo show. Lights, camera, action. This is in practice. So watch how we shake. How much can you take?
Virginia State University. Your pathway to greater happens here. Greater academics, greater access, greater faculty, greater opportunities, greater experiences and campus energy. Why go anywhere else? Virginia State University. Greater happens here.
Let's give it up for our Star Watch Player of the Week. It's Florida A&M's quarterback, Jeremy Musa. He led the Rattlers to their 16th straight win in Bragg Memorial Stadium after going 18 for 27 for 271 yards. Now, he especially shined in the third quarter, completing 9 of his 10 passes for 179 yards and 3 touchdowns against West Florida.
VSU 1882. VSU 1882. VSU 1882. VSU 1882.
All right. Back here on the campus of Virginia State University. I like that. Give it to me one time in slow motion so I can understand the words.
VSU 1882.
All right, let's go.
VSU 1882.
Okay. Before this
They
gets
ready
out
to
of control,
rev
they're
up,
ready to get it
turn
going
up,
right
Jay.
now.
You can't stop this right now. We got the Trojan Explosion in the house. The Royal Court is behind us. Oh, yes. Student Government Association, all the fantastic clubs, the student athletes out here, the fraternities, sororities. Yeah, we're going to shout them all out, Jay.
Okay,
We got to let
we're
them
going
know.
to do that. But the football player me's coming out.
Okay.
Can we talk some football?
Okay.
We are kind of a football campus show, right?
Yes, let's
So-
get into our Cricket Celebration Bowl power rankings. And Jay, how do you see it shake out this week?
Well, all the teams from last week got a mulligan, but this is our first show of the year, so I'm going to tell you early on how it's going. Coming in at number 5 in the power rankings, coming off a tough defeat a week ago, I'm going with my alma mater, the Bison from Howard University. Coach Larry Scott has Howard University playing football in the right direction. Coming in at number 4, let's go with Morgan State. We talked about it in the open. Who is Morgan State? Are they going to climb the rankings or are they going to fall from the rankings? Morgan State's coming in at number 4. At number 3, JSU, Jackson State University. Life goes on without Coach Prime down in Jackson, Mississippi. At number 2, smile, Tiffany. It's the Rattlers from Florida A&M, your alma mater. We talked about Willie Simmons and the job that he's doing, and the number 1 team in HBCU football still representing the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference, the Eagles of North Carolina Central University. 2 teams not quite making it, call it on the bubble, Alabama A&M University and Benedict out of the SIAC Conference. Those are my teams I have on the bubble.
Well, let's say this, Jay. We are here at VSU, and you saw all the pride and the excitement and the energy as we have been walking around campus. Let's talk to the leader, Dr. Makola Abdullah. He's going to join us on the set now. You heard everybody talking about founded in 1882, but no better person to talk about all the great things that are happening here.
Well, I tell you, look, the most incredible thing that's happening are these young people right here. These are some of the best students in the world. They're not just athletes and cheerleaders and mascots, but these are scholars that are chasing their dreams to do the best they can for themselves and for their family, and that's why we're here. That's why we do this work for these young people right here.
Among some of the accomplishments that you have seen in your tenure, what are you most proud of?
I am most proud that we were able last year and this year to enroll the largest freshman classes in our history. We have increased enrollment to our largest increase in enrollment 2 years in a row. And so we're growing. We're doing great things. If you pan up, there's a huge crane in the sky. And so we're providing better opportunities for our young people to get an education. Very proud of that.
All right, lastly, I have to get your pulse on this year's football team because, again, excellent start, 3-0 under second-year head coach Henry Frazier. How far can this Trojan football team go?
Hey, look, I don't want to put any extra pressure on Coach Frazier, but I believe that he's one of the best coaches in the country, coupled with the best athletic director in the country, Mrs. Peggy Davis. I think this team can do a lot of incredible things, but I'm just so proud about how they represent our institution. They are the best of orange and blue. And you said blue and orange earlier. I want you to know our colors are not blue and orange. Our colors are orange and blue.
You got to get me right. You got to
Orange
get me
and blue.
right.
Okay. So I always ask just a generic question. Talking to everybody out there, if I'm a prospective collegiate going to college, why should I choose Virginia State University?
Well, look, let me say this. I think that HBCUs are the best schools in the country. And no matter which one you choose, I don't think you can make a bad choice. But I think every African-American young person should visit an HBCU, should consider one, and then consider where they go. Now, after that, they should certainly come to Virginia State University. There isn't a better culture, there aren't better faculty and staff than those here at VSU.
Would you all agree?
I'm buying. I'm buying.
Sincerely appreciate that. I want to have you stand right there because I'm going to let you all know some of the highly accomplished folks that have walked this campus. I think one that comes to mind, the late Reginald F. Lewis, the first African-American billionaire with a B.
Billionaire with a B. Like $1 billion.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's for real. And they've named the business school after him. Wale actually attended here on a football scholarship. Congresswoman Lucy McBath, right? Am I running it down right? Okay. But this week, we are going to spotlight alumnus, retired Captain William Bill Bailey. He attended Virginia State at just 15 years old, earning a Bachelor of Science in June of 1960. And during his time at the university, Captain Bailey joined the Army's ROTC program, became a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and was a member of the wrestling team where he was named a CIAA All-American in all 4 years. He went on to have a decorated career in both the military and as a commercial pilot, being awarded 2 Purple Hearts and a National Defense Service Medal. Among many other awards, he was also inducted into the Virginia State University Sports Hall of Fame in 1993. Everyone, let us give it up. And thank you for your service, retired Captain Bill Bailey, who is joining us in the crowd this afternoon. That is something special, Jay.
Absolutely. Special man to me in my life. We'll hear from him a little bit later in the show. But you mentioned he's a Kappa, right? I mean, he's a lifelong Kappa, right? So when we come back on the other side of Black College Live, we're going to feature our Greek of the Week as we feature the pretty boys of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity.
It has never been more exciting to be a fan of HBCU marching bands, as ESPN's Band of the Year will debut this December. The championship will be the culmination of a season-long competition where bands' halftime performances will be ranked by a committee of marching band experts. 4 bands, the top 2 from Division I and Division II, will earn the right to compete for the national title in Atlanta on December 15th, the night before the Cricket Celebration Bowl. For more information, visit ESPNBandoftheYear.com. They're
doing it. They're doing their thing.
Don't
All
we're
right.
not just pretty. They got some little behind them. How about the great crowd and atmosphere that we have here in Petersburg, Virginia? This is my first time, Jay, so I'm excited to touch down on the campus. DJ T1 has been doing her thing. One time. Great job.
Yes, DJ T1, I hear you.
Your own air horn, Jay. All right, so we are at a CIAA school.
Yes, we are.
Okay, and there are many things that the CIAA is known for.
Yes.
But it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for Jay's
Give me 5. All right, here go the 5 things an outsider must learn about the CIAA. All right? Y'all tell me if I got this list right, okay? I normally don't miss, but let's see. One thing you got to know about the CIAA, they have 5, counted 5 pro basketball Hall of Famers, guys that made it to the Basketball Hall of Fame. Number 4, there are 13 schools in the CIAA, making it the second largest HBCU conference in the country at 13. 3, if you don't know about CIAA, you don't know, I'm going to tell you. The CIAA has the best cheerleaders in the world. They take cheerleading serious in the CIAA. Number 2, 2 names you got to know. McClendon and Gaines. John McClendon, legendary coach, and Big House Gaines, Winston-Salem State legendary coach as well. And the number 1 thing you need to know about the CIAA is you don't have CIAA without thinking about the number 1 basketball tournament in the country, the CIAA basketball tournament, Tier 1. Well, y'all don't know about the CIAA basketball tournament? Oh, y'all better back me up on that. It's the best basketball tournament in the country. Not quite making on the bubbles. Shout out to the commissioner, Jackie McWilliams, one of the first female commissioners of a conference. And also an alumnus of a CIAA school is Mr. ESPN himself, Stephen A. Smith, Winston-Salem State.
All right, Jay. All right. How did he do? What'd you think? It was good. It was good. I'm going to chime in with my 2 cents, okay? So I was a former basketball player, so I've got to shout out the 3 women's basketball teams that actually won Division II national championships. I know Virginia Union is not a school that likes to be heard around here, but they were the first ones to win it back in the 80s. And then Shaw and Hampton did it as well, Shaw being the last. Secondly, you say the second largest HBCU conference. This is also the oldest HBCU conference, founded in 1912. So give it up for the CIAA, and obviously Virginia State, a proud member institution.
Absolutely. Well, they're doing a lot of things, and we're trying to teach America about the CIAA and the special things in particular going on here in Petersburg, Virginia.
You want to know why this atmosphere is so special? Before we go to break, Jay, I have to give a shout out to Gwen Williams-Dandridge, who helped put all of this together.
Thank you, Miss Gwen.
Everyone
Thank you, Miss
who
Gwen.
stepped foot out here today is because of her hard work and efforts. And one of those student activity groups, the Trojan Explosion, the award-winning Trojan Explosion. Take us to break, man.
1, 2, 1, 2.
This is where the formula ends and the magic begins. We take the mold, shake the mold, and break the mold. From late nights in the gym to later nights in the library, we grind. Because if you think greatness is a game, think again. Here, nothing shines unless we all do.
Welcome back to Black College Live here on the campus of Virginia State University. Hey, he's Jay Walker. I'm Tiffany Greene. We are delighted to be here. Hey, just in case you don't know, you need to make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel at Black College Live. We love those subscribers and your support. All right, Jay, so the reason that we are here is why?
They've got an undefeated football team.
Oh,
Ain't
yeah.
that right, fellas?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to the football team behind us.
And when you got a football team that's winning games, you know, certain people are going to get the props for it. So in this case, let's bring in the head coach of Virginia State football, Dr. Coach Henry Frazier, the leader of the Trojan football team here.
He's got all the titles, all the titles.
Come on in here, Coach. All right, I called you doctor, I called you coach, I called you Henry, called you all that stuff. What is your official title?
Dr. Henry C-Man Frazier III.
That works for me, that works for me. Football teams back here, y'all are 3-0. And you guys have a little tradition here, but getting off to an undefeated start, I think Tiff was telling me first time in a while y'all have gotten off to that 3-0 start.
2017 when they went undefeated and won the CIAA. So, can you repeat this time?
That sure is the goal. I mean, it's no secret what our goal is. Our goal is to win the championship. We're not hiding from that goal, and that's what we're here to do.
When I think about Henry Frazier and the path you've taken, people may not know this. Every place you've been, you've won championships. I mean, you won championships, got them ready, transitioned. You've done it all there. This was the guy that turned Prairie View A&M around. When they were only known for having like the longest losing streak in the history of college football, well, he turned them into that Prairie View and won a SWAC championship there. What's it going to take, and what's your vision for Virginia State football?
Well, we don't have that far to go from Prairie View. It was an 84-game losing streak. But the tradition was already in place here. This is a proud place to have won in the past. And this football team behind me, total buy-in. They all in, they're locked in. So the path is championship.
And I'm going to put you on the spot here because I know you got some characters on that team. Give me one or two guys that America needs to know that needs to play well for you tomorrow. Don't run, quarterback. Don't run.
Wow.
You was asking for the camera earlier.
Well, I will say this, Jay.
No, I wanna answer.
As coach processes, right, there were 3 players that earned all CIAA honors this past week after they spanked, what was it, Langston, right? No, St. Augustine. So who could you pick out of that bunch, if not the rest of the team?
Oh, well, that's pretty good. Special teams, the kicker, because it's going to be a rain game. And if the special teams play well in terms of because Jay, we gave up a block punt 2 weeks in a row for a touchdown. Our defense has scored 4 touchdowns, and only gave up 5 all year. So if the special teams don't give up touchdowns and play well, it ain't gonna be close.
Okay. Add to that, I think they got the best scoring offense in the CIAA as well, putting up 36 points a game.
Yes, and you're going to need the kicker to make those extra points to make sure it's not close and the field goes. I appreciate that.
With the snapper as well, the snapper, the punter, and all of those goes into it because, man, when you give up 2 touchdowns, block punt and they run it for a touchdown, I want to put my defense on the field. So, you know.
So what's it been like for you? You're in your second year coaching the team here. What's been the key? What are some of the things that you like about coaching at Virginia State?
Oh, it starts with President Abdullah. I mean, it starts at the top. He's a dynamic leader. He gives A.D. Davis the resources and the leeway to lead us as an athletic department. And the kids, the student athletes, the students on campus, it's one of the best places I've ever worked, Jay.
Gotcha, absolutely. Well, hearing from the head man himself, Tiff.
Yes, thank you indeed, Dr. Henry. What was that? C-Band Frazier III.
I wrote them children's books.
Yeah.
He is an author. He is an author as well. City boy.
All right, thank you, Coach. We appreciate you being here. Good luck to the football team as they take on Livingstone College. All right, you normally know that we have a picker each week. Coach Chef is with us. He can't be with us this week, so we had to ask Captain Bailey.
Captain Bailey, come on up here, Captain Bailey.
Our guest picker this week.
Come on back here. Y'all don't know, point of personal privilege. This is my godfather in life, done legendary things. Also part of, I don't know if we mentioned, part of the $6 million club that you all have here, pledging to raise $6 million. What was that about?
Well, we wanted to help all the students here at Virginia State. And so a group of us got together and decided we were going to raise money for the school. And that was 19 years ago. And we're still doing it. The Kappas are still doing it. Other groups have looked at it, and it's a revolution. I call it a movement, but it's a revolution. So much.
What has been when you think back at Virginia State, what it meant to you, what has been your most memorable moment, and what does this institution mean to you?
Well, this is where it all started for me. I was 15 years old. I was walking behind Williams Hall, and a gentleman, a student, senior, Willie Brickhouse, said, "Meet me at the stadium, and I want to show you something." And that was the start of my wrestling career. And from there, it took off. From there, it was the sky. I was a champion after that. I was co-captain of the team with a guy named John Organ, who ended up at Bowie State and Howard University. And the rest is history.
A lot of people don't know Captain Bill Bailey was one of the first African-American commercial airline pilots as well.
Yes, indeed. All right. Coach Bailey, I have an idea of where this may go, but we still have to ask your prediction for the game.
Well, it's very simple, Tiffany. When two teams take the field, both teams are winners. However, at the end of the game, the scoreboard will show Virginia State University winner.
All right.
University is going to win.
All right. Simple as that. Thank you so much, Captain Bailey. And I know all of you all will be in the stands as well to cheer on the football team to try to make it 4-0, right? Yeah.
But before we go, let's see if I learned my lesson. Hail.
Stay.
Hail.
Stay.
Stay.
Yeah. I got to keep leading it.
If you had the orange and blue on, then perhaps you would have been able to keep that thing going. Shout out to Kaylin Hay. She is the SGA president, celebrating her birthday, helping to lead the students on campus. Thank you so much for tuning in to our first edition of Black College Live for this season. Stay with us, saying we out.
Yeah. This is a Gimme 5 show with Jay Walker and Tiffany. Yeah. You gon' have to give me 5 fingers on it right now. Wait until they see the strength and hear the win. It's Black College Live, I'ma need 5 on it. If they put overtime on it, lights out. You know how I run, this ain't for fun. I been going done, they be still trying to clone it. From FAMU to Grambling, I'm on it. Stand on it, marching 100 how you want it. Before you see me blitz, might see a twist, they think it was a